Welcome. So, what is the new group name? The new group name is, and the study that we are going to do for the coming 1 month is on becoming or developing the mindset of an enlightened millionaire. Yeah. So, are you excited? কেমন লাগছে? পুরো গ্রুপটা পুরো বন্ধ হয়ে গেছে, নতুন একটা গ্রুপ খুলেছে। তোমরা কি ভয় পাচ্ছিলে এটা কি শেষ হয়ে গেল, বন্ধ হয়ে গেল ফ্রাইডে? হ্যাঁ। So before we start, I really want to give gratitude to all of you who is keeping this group going, and to all the volunteers, especially like Tonmoy Ruchi for sending messages, then Anandita for, she is responsible for the kids group for sending messages and taking care of them. And then Minakshi and Nipa, though they are very new in how to handle social media, they're just now discovering, trying to learn Canva and all these things. So yeah, and then we have Swagata, Bodhi, Neha, sincerely attending our class. So before I start, you must be thinking I will start the topic of money right away. Yes, I will start a little bit of this topic right away today, but we will start with a little bit of basics. Hmm? We will brush up the basics before we start with money because nothing happens without meditation. Anandita, তুমি কিছু বলতে চাইছিলে, আনমিউট করেছিলে?
না, আমার না এই হ্যান্ড ফ্রিটা কাজ করছে না। তো আমি কিছুক্ষণ দেখলাম কোনো সাউন্ড নেই। আমি এসে তারপর ফোনটা চেক করে দেখছি তুমি তোমার মতো কথা বলছো। এবার আমি ওই ট্রাই করতে করতে আমি জাস্ট মানে যেভাবে হোক ট্রাই করার চেষ্টা করছি যাতে হ্যান্ড ফ্রিটা কাজ করে।
ওকে, ওকে, ওকে। সো ঠিক এখন কাজ করছে তো নাকি?
এখনো কাজ করছে না, এখন আমি ট্রাই করেই যাচ্ছি।
আচ্ছা। Okay, so yeah, so we will start with brush up. So before we brush up, Monica Bodhi, Swagata, you have done the first basics of meditation, na Bodhi, where we spoke about quantum physics, quantum field. Hmm? মনে আছে
করেছিলাম
তো?
বেশ।
হ্যাঁ,
হুম।
বেসিক্সটা করেছিলে, where we spoke about quantum field. We'll brush that up again. Okay,
হুম,
because there is Neha, maybe Afsanji will also join in some time, and we also need to brush up. Why are we meditating? Why do we go into emptiness? Why do we need to empty our mind? We need to know, right? And quantum physics talks about this part that, that me, you, everybody, we might look like solid physical thing, but in reality, we are nothing but energy and frequency. Hmm? আমরা সবাই energy and frequency. And because it is an energy and frequency, it can merge with each other and create a field. And this field, when it merges to all around the universe, that is called the quantum field. Hmm? See, that's why when, if you remember, I tell you to, melt yourself, become one with the quantum field. So when you are solid, you are separate. When you think yourself as solid, you are actually separate. You are physical, only you. So the power is only of yourself when you feel you are solid. But the moment you become, wave instead of matter, transforming from matter to wave. Yeah, this is what we do in when we get into emptiness. We transform ourselves from being the physical matter to become wave. And this wave can merge with everybody and become one and can tap into the unlimited power of the quantum field. Yeah. So some of the characteristics of quantum field, let us just check. Let me see if I can share the screen. This characteristic of the quantum field, it talks about, see, um, We already said that, we think that this whole universe is filled with matter, but quantum physics says that it is 99.999999999% empty. And it is from this emptiness that all everything pops up. Hmm? Then, so that means even our body, which looks like matter, also inside the body, you will understand it's actually most of it is empty. Only 0.00001% is matter that you see the body. Yeah. And another characteristic is, I already said, it is the quantum field is filled with energy and frequency. We all are energy and frequency. Hmm? And why I ask you to get into emptiness, be aware of the space and emptiness. It is because क्वांटम फील्ड क्वांटम फील्ड तो एग्जिस्ट करता है ऑलरेडी, हमेशा से एग्जिस्ट करता है। ऐसा नहीं कि नया कुछ मैं आपको बोल रही हूँ इन्वेंट करके। I'm giving an invention and giving it to you. See this, it already existed. It is an eternal thing. It was already existing. It's like, the electricity was already there, but you have to learn how to switch on the light. Yeah. So it is how to switch on the light means how to switch on the power of the quantum field. How can we tap into the power of the quantum field? By being aware of this field. तो हम लोग क्या करते हैं, इसलिए मेडिटेशन में हम क्या करते हैं, by being with a breath slowly with our heart, उससे I will tell you why we do it again in the coming 2 3 days, and then we'll go in depth into money. So by doing that, and then after that we go into emptiness में जब जाते हैं, when we are aware, when we try to be aware of the space, when we try to be, when we melt ourselves, we become nobody, nowhere, no time, no, and then we merge and start feeling the space, the blackness or blueness, in whichever way we want to feel the space of the universe. That's when we are actually tapping into the power of the quantum field. That's why meditation में हम कुछ भी ना करें, लग रहा है कि क्या कर रहे हैं. There are so many different kinds of meditation that I teach you, but the basic meditation is one of the most powerful meditation as well. Because just by doing nothing and just emptying yourself, being with the quantum field, is actually you are tapping into the unlimited power of the quantum field. Okay? And see, another thing I said is that longer you linger. So इसीलिए we say na that you should increase your time of meditation. Why do we do it? Because the more we meditate, the more we are into the quantum field. The more we are into the quantum field, the more new beautiful experiences pops up in our life. Yeah. So see, the longer you linger in the unknown, the newer the experiences you receive. Otherwise, life तो boring है ना. एक ही जैसा लाइफ हम लीड करते रहते हैं. यू विल सी दैट मेडिटेटर्स आर नेवर बोर्ड. यू विल सी स्ट्रॉन्ग पावरफुल मेडिटेटर्स. आपको लगेगा कुछ नहीं कर रहे हैं, घर में बैठ के सिर्फ मेडिटेट कर रहे हैं और कुछ भी नहीं कर रहे. यू विल सी द योगीज, यू नो these yogis in the Himalayas, sometimes they meditate for thousands of years. They develop such kind of power. Do they get bored? They don't get bored, because this quantum field, first of all, the physically be new experiences it gives. The more you are into the emptiness, the more every day will not be like waking up from the same side of the bed and all these things. Boring life ho jata hai na, hum habit mein aa jate hain. We come into habit and we keep acting the way, it out of habit. Or out of habit takes us into depression. एक टाइम के बाद लगेगा कि क्या कर रहे हैं यार, जीवन तो एकदम वो हो गया, झंड हो गया ना, बोलते हैं ना. तो वैसा लगेगा. हाँ, but when we meditators, they are always very, they never get bored, because every time, even inside, when you are meditating, the within you have so many beautiful experiences, different kind of feeling. Even if you don't see visions or nothing, just but being in the emptiness also gives you different kind of experiences. Sometimes it is the feeling of gratitude, sometimes it is the feeling of joy, sometimes it is the feeling of calmness, sometimes you feel like light body. So many different kind of experiences we experience, right? The life is no longer boring. Hmm? and and not just that, physically also, it ऐसा नहीं है कि मैं बोल रही हूँ कि हाँ हाँ भीतर में ही आप सब कुछ अच्छा फील करोगे. देखो, मेडिटेशन आपको भीतर में मन की शांति देते हैं. मेडिटेशन आपको मटेरियल बेनिफिट्स भी देता है, बिकॉज द मोर वी लिंगर इनटू द क्वांटम फील्ड, द मोर वी आर टैपिंग इनटू द अनलिमिटेड पावर ऑफ द यूनिवर्स. एंड सब कुछ एम्प्टीनेस से आ रहा है. देखो, इवन वी पहले हम नहीं थे, फिर हम हुए, फिर अगेन फिर we will not be there. It's like the soul takes the physical form again and goes back and vanishes. But क्या हो रहा है, पॉप अप कर रहा है ना emptiness से physical material manifestations हो रहा है. In the same way हमारे life में भी there are so many manifestations that we want to achieve, right? Good health, wealth, relationship, all these things that we see physically, you know they will also start popping up the more we start lingering in this quantum field. Hmm? कैसे? How do we linger in the quantum field? People who are, who are old practitioners, আমরা কিভাবে quantum field কে ট্যাপ করি? এইমাত্র বলেছি, কি করে করি? How do we do it? We do it by being aware of the space, right? একটু আগে বলেছি, কি বলেছি? Hmm? We do it by being aware of the space. The more we are being aware of the space, merge and melt ourselves, that means we are becoming one with the universe and we are tapping into the power of the quantum field. Okay? Till this point, anybody has any question? তোমাদের কোনো question আছে? Hmm? So tomorrow, what we are going to do is that we are going to talk about brain coherence and we are going to talk about heart coherence. Hmm? Because finally, brain coherence and heart coherence, visualization and সবকিছুর জন্য brain and heart coherence দরকার, and we need to know the science again. We will brush up a little bit, and then we will slowly merge into money. Hmm? And just to understand what is this, like why is this name called Enlightened Millionaire? Why is it not just millionaire mindset? হুম? কেন মনে হয় যে আমরা বলেছি যে this concept of enlightened millionaire mindset? Friends, it's very important that yes, we have wealth in life. We should have abundance in life because the more we have, the more we can benefit ourselves and the more we can benefit others. At the same time, if I don't have the wisdom, if I don't have the wisdom to use the money properly, first of all, the आएगा ही नहीं. Wisdom अगर नहीं होगा, we think that, evil people have lots of money. Hmm? It is only it's because most of the people it's a trigger. It's a trigger for many people when we don't have that kind of money and we see others having a lot of money. কি হয় আমাদের মধ্যে একটা trigger হয় where we feel very jealous. We don't like to see others having a lot of money. Then what we do is that we create these things. Oh, see, evil people, only the evil people have money, or money is the root of all evil. Yeah. So this is what we do, but in reality, friends, we need to have a lot of wisdom to hold on to money. Otherwise we cannot hold on to money, right? Friends, if you see there, I already shared, I think some time back, that you know there has been research has been done on lottery winners. Most of the lottery winners, most of them, 95% of the lottery winners, they lose all their money just within 5 years of winning the lottery. Why do they do that? কি মনে হয়, কেন মনে হয় তোমাদের ওরা কেন সব হারিয়ে ফেলে এত টাকা? Sometimes in western countries the lotteries are huge, the amount is huge. Sometimes they earn that kind of money and they lose it. Why do you think, why do they lose within 5 years of winning the lottery? কেন মনে হয় তোমাদের? Anybody has any answer?
উইজডম, ওরা যখন মানি পায় ওরা প্রপারলি সেটাকে কোথায় ইনভেস্ট করতে হবে জানা না। এট এ টাইম অনেকগুলো টাকা পেয়ে যাওয়াতে হয়তো আম, জিনিসটাকে প্রপার ইউজ না করে ওটা আম, আরো মানি তখন পাওয়ার আরো চেষ্টা থাকে। আমি জানি না আমি ঠিক মতো বলতে পারলাম কি।
হ্যাঁ, মোটামুটি অনেকটা রাইট বলেছো। মাইন্ডসেট, ফ্রেন্ডস, it has to be, that's why it's enlightened millionaire mindset. Yeah. So
হ্যাঁ,
if your
আগে
mindset,
আরেকদিন আরেকটা আমাদের সেশন ছিল, আমি এক্সাক্ট টার্মটা মনে পড়ছে না। একজনের মাইন্ডসেট হলো জাস্ট আর্ন মানি, এবার সেটা যতটা পারো আর কি, মানি তোমার কাছে সব, মানে তোমার জীবনটা হলো মানির জন্য, আর কেউ কেউ মনে করে জীবনের জন্য মানি। এটার এরকমই কিছু একটা ছিল। কিন্তু এক্সাক্ট টার্মটা আমার মনে পড়ছে না।
হুম 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 আমি জানি না কোনটার সাথে কানেক্ট করছো, বাট I can relate to it. I can understand what you're meaning, that not too much, getting attached to money, you are saying, right? That's
হ্যাঁ।
what you're saying.
হুম।
So but we have to love money as well.
হ্যাঁ, টাকা তো
Not
দরকার।
getting, yeah. So this is what, like, let me just touch this millionaire part, and then this people who. So one of the reason is that, see, I told you about this beautiful story. I think long back I shared this story of Shiva. Hmm? Shiva and Parvati, they were sitting together and having a gala time, watching all his bhakts down, doing all those, they are like they loved their bhakts and all these people, right? And one fine day, Parvati was very upset, and she was upset with Shiva, and she was saying that you have this bhakt who is a very very sincere devotee of yours, and he loves you so much. He always does Shiva Shiva and all these things, and still you have kept him so poor. Why is it so? Why can't you give him money? He's so poor, he's struggling for money and everything. And why can't you give the money to him? And Shiva said, no, 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 he doesn't deserve the money right now. He said, no, 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 what is about deserving and not deserving? He's a bhakt, he loves you so much, so he should get all the money that he should get right now itself. So Shiva said, do you want to see? Okay, if you want, I will offer. So it's like, every man listens to his women. So ठीक है, तुम जो बोलते हो मैं कर देता हूँ, अभी देखो तुम क्या होता है. So he puts a pot full of gold, in the middle of the man always used to walk through a field, and there was this pot full of gold, and he kept a pot full of gold in the middle of the field so that the man can see and take the money. Okay, this man every day he walks through the same field, so he kept at the place where it was like the best place for him to find the gold. But this man, that day when he was about to get the gold, suddenly, some 5 or 10 minutes before, he suddenly thought, let me see how a blind man walks. Okay. And he closed his eyes and he started walking like a blind man. He crossed the gold and he left the gold without seeing the gold. Okay. This is what happened, friends, when we are not ready to receive the money. Okay, not ready to receive the money means there is a lot of transformation that we need to do inside. That's why I say that, why enlightened millionaire? Because we think that like only evil people have money. Good people, actually, there is this Secret of a Millionaire Mind. This author, this book, he writes, that it's a myth, because holding money also needs a lot of discipline, lot of honesty, lot of good character to hold money. Hmm? Because you see, nobody will do business with a person who is dishonest. Hmm? So the first thing that one would want to have a partner to do business with is an honest person. So if you don't develop the character of honesty and you say nobody wants to do business with me, and then you'll blame the whole world, log hi bure hai, ye hi bura hai, and everything. Then and you at the end of the day you say mera to kuch nahi hota hai, not working on your own behavior, on your own pattern, that you are not, then you will never go, you are never going to earn that kind of money. Hmm? Then there are people who are always thinking about money first, and everything else later. Okay, देखा है ना, those people like मुनीम जी types, ऐसे ऐसे करके पैसे काउंट करते हैं, and then they will say कि नहीं, गिरवी and all these things, and not, money, it should also money you should be thinking about money at the same time, not at the cost of somebody else's life. Okay, you should have a balance where you should think of it. I think this is what you're connected to, Anandita, right? You're saying that you should do it with a thought of seva. It is not just
হুম।
in spiritual organization that we should be doing seva. I told you that even when we are working in our workplace, When we work with a feeling of service, not thinking only about the money, you will see these people, they go very far. Dekhecho na? These people, they get all the name, the badges, the employee of the month, and all these things. You'll see these people, people who are really most of the employee of the months and everything. You'll see they are very sincere and dedicated to their customers. They give a lot of service to their customers. They are very heart oriented in everything. So this is where, that's why enlightened millionaire. It's very important
একটা
to
কথা
have.
শেয়ার করতে চাই।
হ্যাঁ বলো।
আহ আহ, বেশ কয়েক বছর আগে, আমরা তখন ছোট, ট্রেনে আমরা ট্রাভেল করছি। তো
হুম
একটা ভিখারি এসছে, এসে এরকম আমার বাবার কাছে চাইছে, সবার কাছে টাকা নিতে নিতে যাচ্ছে, তো বাবার কাছে এসছে। তো বাবা পকেট থেকে নিয়ে একটা 5 টাকা দিয়েছে। তো হাতের মধ্যে নিয়ে 5 টাকাটা দেখে মুখটা এরকম একদম কেমন একটা যেন বাজে একটা ফেস বানিয়ে 5 টাকাটা আবার রেখে দিয়ে চলে গেছে। তো আমরা দেখে বলছি কি, বাবা যেন কেমন, এত কিপটামির কি আছে, 5 টাকার জায়গায় 10 টাকা দিতে পারতো না? আমি মার দিকে আবার তাকালাম, মাও ওরকম দেখলাম ঘুরু কুচকে বাবার দিকে তাকালো, বাবা 5 টাকাটা নিয়ে আবার পকেটে রেখে দিল। তো বাবা পরে বলছে যে ও
হুম
কোনো কাজ না করে 5 টাকা পেয়ে গেল, আমাকে কেউ কোনোদিন কিছু না করে 1 টাকাও দেয়নি,
হুম
সেখানে 5 টাকা পেয়ে গেল, ওটা সম্মানই করলো না, আমি ওকে আরো 5 টাকা দেবো? আমি ওকে দেবই না।
Hmm. Yes. See,
তখন
she
এগুলো
has.
বুঝতাম না, তো এখন
Yeah.
মনে হয় হ্যাঁ ওটাই সঠিক।
See, Anandita, what she's saying is, Neha. Anandita, can you speak in Hindi again? Explain this so that Neha can understand. Do you know to, or should I explain that?
না,
আমি
আমি
explain
করে
করব?
দিচ্ছি।
আচ্ছা।
एक दिन क्या हुआ कि हम लोग ट्रेन में ट्रेवल कर रहे थे, तो मैं, मेरी माँ, पापा सब ट्रेवल कर रहे थे। तो एक भिखारी आया, सभी से पैसे मांग रहे थे वो। तो जब हमारे पास आए तो बाबा पॉकेट से निकाल के 5 रुपए उनको दिया। उन्होंने हाथ में लेके देखा 5 रुपए को, और ऐसे मुंह बना के जैसे उसको पसंद नहीं आया 5 रुपए से, तो उसने जगह पे वहां रख के ही ऐसे मुंह बना के चला गया। तो बाबा ने वहां से उठाया 5 रुपए अपने पॉकेट में डाला, और माँ ने बोला तुम मुझसे 10 रुपए नहीं दे सकते थे, क्या हो जाता? तो बाबा ने बोला इसको मैंने बगैर कुछ किए, ये कोई काम किए बगैर 5 रुपए मिल रहा था इसे, मैंने तो कभी कुछ करके 1 रुपए के किसी से नहीं मुझे मिला, तो इसको तो और एक 5 रुपए मैं दूं क्यों?
Hmm.
नहीं देना चाहिए मुझे।
Hmm.
ये जो मेरे 5 रुपए मैंने दिया है, मैंने कमा के ये मेरे पॉकेट में है।
Okay. Thank you so much, Anandita. There are two lessons we learn from this. Okay, money lessons today. Two lessons we learn from this story. One is gratitude. Okay, कि हमें we have this attitude of कोई मुझे 1 लाख देगा तभी मैं बहुत gratitude feel करूंगी, नहीं तो नहीं feel करूंगी. But money loves when you start giving gratitude even for the 5 rupees that you receive. Okay. So the first thing is that, okay, Wayne Dyer used to say that, Wayne Dyer Wayne Dyer is a very famous, he's also one of the he was a very famous spiritual master. He died some years back. And he was saying that, you know, कभी भी बड़े पैसे के लिए पहले पागल मत हो जाओ, छोटा भी मिले, एंड रास्ते में पड़ा हुआ तुम्हें अगर 5 रुपए भी तुमको मिल रहा है और यूनिवर्स ने तुमको दिया है ना 5 रुपए, तुम अगर उठाते हो उस 5 रुपए को, pick it up and say thank you so much universe, you have given me this beautiful gift of money. Hmm? So the first point is giving gratitude for whatever the money you already have. इन आवर लाइफ हम क्या करते हैं, पहला तो कोसते रहते हैं, पैसा क्यों कम है, कम है, कम है, कम है। जितना कोसेंगे नहीं हो आएगा। हमें पहले जो है उसको बहुत ग्रेटिट्यूड देना है। वी आर अलाइव, राइट, वी आर ईटिंग, वी हैव अ रूफ, एवरीथिंग। ओके। सेकेंड इज द लव ऑफ मनी दैट Anandita is talking about. Some time back she was, no, this she just mentioned that we should think about seva more than money. Yes, we should not be too much of selfish, but at the same time we should always have a service mindset in whatever area we are working in. We should always have that I will give more than what I get. मैं दूंगी, उसके बाद पैसा आएगा, मुझे पता है, I also need a kind of, I also need to value myself. So I will also make sure that this is the kind of amount you have to give me. I'll tell. But at the same time, I will not keep thinking उस आदमी सफर कर रहा है, प्रॉब्लम में है, झमेले में है, लेकिन मेरे लिए ये मनी इंपॉर्टेंट है. Then it's a like a pain. I'm making that person suffer to give me that money. Okay, so we should not go to that kind of extent, and it should always have a service mindset. But at the same time, friends, we should love money. Okay, we should love money, friends. It's so important. See, in the whole universe, everything is consciousness. This table, this chair, the house, a pen, pencil leke abhi baithe ho, paper, pen leke baithe ho, that paper, pen, everything has consciousness. Everything is to some extent the divine. वो यूनिवर्स, वो अल्लाह, वो ब्रह्मा, जो बोलो वो उसमें है. Okay, and it is the same in our lovers, right? Lovers may, as for example, like just take an example, somebody is courting somebody, boyfriend girlfriend hai and everything, but boyfriend बोल रहा है कि नहीं नहीं मैं तुम्हें प्यार नहीं दे सकता. Okay, मेरा ये प्रॉब्लम है, वो प्रॉब्लम है, and all these things. And the girlfriend, the girlfriend will wait for a while, and then एक टाइम के बाद उसको क्या लगेगा कि वो मुझसे प्यार नहीं करता है, तो बेटर है ना मैं निकल जाऊं यहाँ से, मैं कहीं और जाऊं जो मुझे वैल्यू देगा. Yeah. So, or any other relationship, friends, any other relationship. See, even in parents also, right? In parents, you and your father, no matter how much you and your father have a relationship, but agar har baar your father is trying to tell you something and you are shouting and you are hating your father, you're telling you did this to me, that to me, and all this thing to me. Father जितना भी आपके पास आना चाहिए, or your mother, think about mother also, like money as a mother, okay? Your mother wants to come to you. Let's think about money as a mother. I've given you all these examples, but the best example is thinking about your money as a mother. Okay, मम्मी तुमसे बहुत प्यार करती है, तुम्हारे पास आना चाहती है. स्पेशली टीनेजर्स, बच्चे को देखा है ना कि जब वो लोग इतने परेशान करते हैं, हल्ला गुल्ला है. आई हैव सो मेनी फ्रेंड्स एंड दे काउंसल, दे टॉक टू मी अबाउट देयर टीनेज किड्स. बहुत परेशानी होती है बच्चों को हैंडल करने में. तो कभी कभी वो बोलते हैं कि मैं सामने नहीं जा पाता हूँ, दूर से उसे प्यार करता हूँ, बिकॉज वो अलाउ ही नहीं करने देती है मुझे पास आने में. Yeah. Why is it so? Because even if the mother wants to give everything to the child is not ready to receive. Okay, the same is with money. Another reason क्यों होता है is because from childhood हमारे movies देखो. Okay, our movies, how are the movies made? There will be a good there will be this boyfriend and girlfriend. One of them will be poor, the other will be rich. The poor family will be very good, the rich family will be evil. तो हमेशा हमको दिखाया गया है कि जो रिच है ना वो बहुत खराब लोग हैं. इवन दैट झूठ बोले, व्हाट इज दैट मूवी, दैट कौवा काटे, दैट फर्स्ट डिम्पल्स मूवी. दैट मूवी वाज एन एग्जांपल ऑफ रिच एंड
बॉबी.
बॉबी. दैट मूवी. हाँ, देखो पुअर है तो देखो कितने अच्छे हैं, रिच है तो बदमाश हो गए, ओ पूरा फैमिली बदमाश हो गया. ये देख देख के हम बड़े हुए हैं, तो हमारा बिलीफ सिस्टम क्या बनेगा? Our belief system has become that, money is bad. Money is the root of all evil. We should not think about itna money nahi karna chahiye. All these things, belief systems are getting created in our world. And then after that, there's a contrast that I have problem in my house and I need money also to solve that problem. So that is why, despite of us trying so much, we don't get money. Again, another thing today only, Tonmo in the morning, he was saying, Didi, I was asking, why does this, person who has won the lottery cannot keep the money? He said, my Didi, because वो hard work से नहीं आया है, इसीलिए वो रख नहीं पाया. No, even, money can be earned only through hard work is a wrong belief system, friends. We always think that hard work से ही आना पड़ेगा, तभी मनी मैं डिजर्व करती हूँ, अदरवाइज नहीं डिजर्व करती हूँ. इट इज अगेन अ रॉन्ग बिलीफ सिस्टम. Money can come from any way. If you are open, you love money, you can just be, receiving hereditary money from your ancestors. You never know, suddenly you will get a legal something saying that you have received this much of money. You have to trust that, believing that money can come from anywhere. It's not mandatory that it will only come through hard work. And it is again a belief system कि हम जितना ऐसा believe करेंगे, हम हमेशा यही पीसते रहेंगे जीवन भर। और फिर पैसा ही उतना ही आएगा, सैलरी जितना अर्न कर रहे हैं हस्बैंड या वाइफ दोनों मिलके, उतना ही पैसा आ रहा है। उसमें से भी बहुत सारा निकल जा रहा है, सेव भी नहीं कर पा रहे। ओके, so that's why we have to have a different kind of mindset. We will talk about belief and all these things later, but today friends, what we are going to talk about is, so what we are going to meditate on is, do you remember we did instant gratification meditation? Who knows? Who remembers instant gratification meditation? How do we do it? হুম, মনে আছে কারো? আমরা কিভাবে ওই মেডিটেশনটা করি?
ওই 4টে নিয়ম, 4 things।
4 things কোনটা স্বাগতা?
ইনস্ট্যান্ট গ্র্যাটিটিউড, মানে গ্র্যাটিটিউড ফিল করানোর জন্য, আই লাভ ইউ।
নো, ওটা তো হোপোনোপোনো।
ওকে,
ওটা হোপোনোপোনো। Okay, so I'm not talking instant gratification. We were doing, right, that we are looking for all these things from outside world, huh? Love, respect, wealth, money, and all these things. Hmm? So, but instant gratification meditation that we were doing, yes, Neha, you haven't yet done that meditation, so maybe you don't remember. So, what we do is that instead of waiting for somebody else to give you, or some institution to do that to you, or some situation to create that situation for you, we give it to ourselves immediately, instantly, right now. ओके, हमको अगर हमको अगर वर्थ चाहिए, वर्दी फील, पीपल आर नॉट गिविंग मी रेस्पेक्ट, क्यों वेट करना है भाई किसी के लिए कोई रेस्पेक्ट देगा ना? तो इट इज ऑलवेज, इट्स लाइक जो डिस्पेंसर बहुत ब्यूटीफुली बोलते हैं कि हम हमेशा वांटिंग में ही रहते हैं। और वांटिंग एक ऐसा फ्रीक्वेंसी है जो हमेशा लैक से, इट्स अ फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ लैक, इसलिए इसका एनर्जी एंड फ्रीक्वेंसी बहुत कम, इट्स वेरी लो when we are in a wanting state ना। मुझे कब रेस्पेक्ट मिलेगा, मुझे कब पैसा मिलेगा, मुझे कब हेल्थ मिलेगा, इट्स ऑलवेज आई एम वेटिंग। कितना पेन देता है, हैव यू सीन? इट्स अ पेन। हैव यू ऑब्जर्व दैट कि जब हम जॉब অলসো কষ্ট হয় না আনন্দিতা, যে কবে পাবো, রাইট, যে কবে পাবো। So this kobe, it's a pain, and it is also creates a very low energy in our lives. But instead, what we can do is that we can get into meditation, get into emptiness, and we can immediately receive whatever we feel like receiving directly from the universe. Hmm? Directly from the universe. अगर मुझे job चाहिए, I will feel as if I am right now receiving the job, and I am almost started working in the job. How do I feel? Feel so much of joy and gratitude, right? Satisfaction. So many other feelings will come along with it. In the same way, money भी ऐसा है ना कि देखो, it's very limited. Money is very limited in people's hand. लोगों के हाथों में मनी लिमिटेड है, राइट? आप जॉब भी करो, देखो आपको एक लिमिटेड अमाउंट ही आपके पास आता है। इवन इफ यू आर डूइंग द बेस्ट ऑफ द जॉब, देयर इज ऑलवेज अ benchmark. This much money you're getting every month to yourself. You're bringing it to yourself, right? This is what we do. And what we do is that हम suffer क्यों करते हैं? Why do we suffer? Because we are always thinking about how can I get money from this limited source. सोर्स ही लिमिटेड है, वो क्या मुझे अबंडेंटली देगा, राइट? सोर्स ही लिमिटेड है। बैंक में भी पैसा कितना है, बैंक में भी जितना भी हो उसका भी एक लिमिट है, उससे ज्यादा वो नहीं दे पाएगा। बट द होल यूनिवर्स इज अनलिमिटेड, unfathomable. You cannot even imagine the kind of money the universe has. Yeah, so यूनिवर्स के पास आई शेयर्ड विथ यू वन फाइन डे, राइट, कि जुपिटर में हम यहाँ पे बारिश में पानी आता है, पानी गिरता है। जुपिटर में डायमंड रेन्स, इट रेन, इट्स लाइक डायमंड रेनिंग होता है। या सो पूरा यूनिवर्स देखो, हाउ अबंडेंट द यूनिवर्स इज, एंड वी आर। या आनंदिता,
নেহা খান মনে হয় জয়েন করতে পারছে না, হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে মেসেজ
কে
দিয়েছে,
করতে
চেক
পারছে না?
করে। নেহা খান।
Okay, why is it so? Should be able to join. Can somebody contact her, Anandita? একবার মেসেজ করে দেখো কেন পারছে না। তো সেম লিংক এভরিবডি ইজ জয়নিং, সো ওকে, সো ইটস ওকে ফ্রম মাই সাইড, আদারওয়াইজ তো তোমরা জয়েন করতে না, রাইট? আই থিঙ্ক সামথিং হ্যাজ গন রং উইথ হার। Anyways, I'll be this video is recorded and I will post it in YouTube, so she will be able to watch it. And even Afsanji, she has joined late. You should be able to watch it. Okay, people who have joined late, please watch it. Yeah,
Sorry.
no problem, Afsanji. I hope you're recovering well. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm so glad to see another fellow Momita here after a long time, darling.
Hi, Dee. Hello, everyone.
So happy to see you.
ওয়েলকাম ব্যাক।
Yeah. Yes, welcome back, Momita.
Yeah,
And
thank you. I know I'm quite apprehensive whether I would be regular or not, but then yeah, I'll try my best at least
yes,
to join the session every day.
yes. Make an intention, Momita. An intention can create anything. We are
Yeah,
powerful manifestors. We are not weak people. Okay.
yeah, yes.
So, yeah. So, friends, uh, so this is what we are doing कि हमें चाहिए पैसे, लेकिन हम लिमिटेड सोर्स से मांग रहे हैं। हाँ, हम प्रिंसिपल से मांग रहे हैं, हम बॉस से मांग रहे हैं, हम कंपनी से मांग रहे हैं, उनके पास भी कम है, क्या देगा बेचारा, right? Instant gratification here, instant gratification, not that kind of a thing कि कुछ अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है तो मूवी देख लो, टीवी देख लो. It's not like that. It's a beautiful concept which it has really benefited me. And होता है ना कि aha moment मुझे किसी ने नहीं सिखाया है, and I started doing with inner child work, and then I realized inner child से भी ज्यादा मैं directly अगर universe से ले लेती हूँ, वो मुझे और भी ज्यादा benefit देता है. So that's why I go. Sometimes I do inner child, sometimes I do instant gratification, directly taking it from the universe, whatever I need. Okay. And friends, so today what we are going to do is that no longer begging from anybody abundance. Now see, tap into that unlimited power and see कि हम लोग directly universe है. That's why, I didn't want to scare you with the word billionaire. Actually, I wanted to write enlightened billionaire mindset, because my mentors, they talk about the world needs enlightened billionaire, the world needs enlightened billionaire. वो लोग हमें बार बार बोल रहे हैं कि you have to become enlightened billionaire. Okay. And how to become? We cannot get it from these small petty jobs. We have to go deep, pierce the quantum field. Quantum field में pierce करेंगे, वहां से उसको लेंगे. But at the same time, it's not a one-day job, friends, because it needs a lot of transformation of the mindset, a lot of karma cleansing, a lot of negative thought process changing. That's why it's a process. Ab dekhna, ab jitna, the more you work on yourself, the more you'll see that your abundance grows in life. Okay, friends? So we don't have much time left, but we will do a 15-minute of instant gratification meditation.